I'm here in Grand Central Station, one of the most iconic buildings in all of New York, and I'm here because a restaurant opened up about a year ago called Agern, which is run by Klaus Meyer, who is one of the gods of Nordic cuisine. They happen to have a steak that is aged twice as long as they expected it to be aged for. What happened was there was a flood in the restaurant. At that point in time, they had some steaks that were dry aging on the shelf. By the time they reopened 3 months later, those steaks happened to be 180-day dry aged. So I'm gonna go inside Agern, I'm gonna find out what this tastes like.
We got in quite a lot of tomahawk steaks, and they were about 90 days old when the whole place flooded quite dramatically. You could not have found a single spot that was dry in the restaurant. It's crazy.
Well, of course, this is a very old building. This is Grand Central Station.
Exactly.
It's an ancient building. The infrastructure is still pretty rickety. It's 3 months basically you were down for.
And the steak just got older and older. We cut them out and they came out amazingly. Really packed with flavors. So we just kept it as was, and now we are open again and cooking a very old cow. For me, I've never aged a beef that long. It was obviously a lot of excitement to start cooking it and tasting it.
Okay, well, I don't see any reason to beat around the bush any further. This just gets stuck right in there. Of course, I'm going for, look at that, the spinalis dorsi. Everyone's sick of hearing me talk about this, but it is the best thing on the animal. So 180 days is a long time. The first bite is just a really kind of clean, beefy flavor, but then that dark, funky, really nice flavor of beef just sort of coating the whole palate, coating the mouth. I think this nobule right here is going to be pure concentration of all of the intensity of that dry age room right in this bite. So right. So on a regular sort of a 28-day or a 35 or even a 40-day dry aged steak, there is that redolent dry aged flavor on the outside of the cut. But in steaks of this age, that flavor works its way all the way through into the center. You're getting those really intense notes right in the middle of the eye. I will say this, it's really tender, but it doesn't fall apart the way that a regular steak does. It's still really supple, but it's got a bit more bite to it, which is kind of nice. What I really like about the way they cook the steak is they cooked it on the flat top, or the plancha as it's called in the kitchen. And there's something about the direct contact that you get from a flat top. It's why flat top hamburgers are so good. You just get that intense crust, and you can see it on here. It's truly impressive. To get that kind of contact, that Maillard effect, just covering the entire, you really want to bronze, obviously you want to bronze the entire side. A flat top is the best way because it's direct heat right on it. I know that it's a terrible accident that they had here and it sucks. You're in Grand Central and you have a flood and your restaurant that you just opened is closed for 3 months. There is a silver lining, and it comes in the form of a steak that is just supremely flavorful. That profundity of flavor, that intensity, this is really amazing beef. So I encourage you to visit Agern, and we'll see you on the next episode of The Meat Show.